A fierce communist who fought maybe way too strong for women's rights. Not a very good mother who wanted a lot for pregnant women. That's Alexandra Kollontai, one of the most important women of the 20th century. Alexandra, nicknamed Shura, was born on 31st of March 1872 in a family of high-ranking officer of the Russian army and a wealthy daughter of Finnish wood merchant. Because of this, she was granted the best homeschooling and she learned lots of languages. For example, English, German, Swedish, Norwegian, French, Finnish and lots more. She got married to her cousin, war engineer Vladimir Kollontai in 1893 to the displeasure of her parents. She gave birth to their son, Mikhail, but that wasn't the life Shura chose for herself. And even though she loved Vladimir, she left him in 1898 so she could study economics in Switzerland. Vladimir remarried and his new wife embraced Mikhail as her own, so Alexandra could fulfill what she wanted to do her whole life: write fiction novels and change society. Her effect on men is also worthy of a mention. When she rejected a proposal to marriage with General Dragomir's son, he took his own life rather than spend its rest without her. She met Vladimir Ilyich Lenin when she came back to Russia in 1899. The same year she joined the Russian Social Democratic Labour Party that was divided in two. When a conflict between Mensheviks and Bolsheviks escalated, she sided with Mensheviks to the disapproval of Bolsheviks' faction leader and her friend Vladimir Lenin. A breakthrough happened during the First World War when she disapproved the imperialist way of how the war was led. Lenin changed her mind and she joined the Bolsheviks in 1915. She took an important part of the October Revolution 2 years later, and after that she became People's Commissar for Welfare. The same year she remarried to military official and leader of the Central Committee of the Baltic Fleet Pavel Dybenko. He was later accused and executed for his espionage, though Alexandra couldn't care less because she divorced him prior to that. She became the leader of Women's Department of the Central Committee of the Communist Party of the Soviet Union 2 years later, fighting for equalization of women and men. She wanted to challenge the illiteracy of women and organize labor and family better. With regards to the industrialization, she gave herself the resolution to move women from households to fabrics. Ideally, society should abolish the institution of the family. You will not commit adultery should have been replaced with the companionship of women, and sexual tendencies should have been satisfied as easily as thirst is satisfied with drinking a glass of water. Children shouldn't have been a property of the parents either. They should be brought up separately as a property of society. Even though this might have sounded nice, the consequences weren't as pleasing. The propagation and application of the sexual revolution came with the decay of morals amongst the communist youth. Petrograd streets were flooded with completely naked boys and men shouting that women are not humans, but sole females, harlots whose worth is not more than the worth of sex with them. Her political career within the Soviet Union ended in 1921 when she opposed Lenin's idea to implement a partial free market. After a productive dialogue with Lenin, she was removed from national politics, yet she was honored with the possibility to become the very first woman to become Russian diplomat when she was appointed as a diplomatic counselor to the Soviet legation in Norway. She became an envoy with the Swedish kingdom in 1930 as the very first woman in the world. Thanks to her excellent diplomacy, she helped the Swedes with preserving their neutrality during the Second World War, made peace between Moscow and Finland in 1940, and helped the Finns leave Hitler's Axis in 1944. She worked relentlessly as a consultant for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs until her death on the 9th of March 1952, aged 79.